Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 49ers First Takes. So I figured I'd come on here and do a little quick recap of what happened last night or yesterday as the 49ers defeated the Atlanta Falcons 31-13. I felt that as long as the Niners aren't in the playoffs, every game is a must-win game, and I felt yesterday was no different. Yesterday's game definitely had an effect on the 49ers playoff seeding. A loss would have dramatically lowered their chances. This was a game where the 49ers were the better team outright. But the start of the game definitely had you thinking that it might be, again, one of these games where the 49ers find a way to beat themselves instead of the opponent beating them. Jermichael Hasty fumbles the opening kickoff. They get it back. 49ers hold them to a goal line stand, which would be a theme throughout the game. 49ers then would go up 7-3 and then eventually be up 24-10. But it never felt like the Niners completely had this game. It was a close game really till probably the last maybe the last 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. The Niners had 3 goal line stands, each time shutting the Atlanta Falcons from scoring. If the Niners don't get those stops, the Niners could possibly have lost this game. Jimmy Garoppolo had one of his most efficient games of the season, going 18 for 23 for 235 yards and a touchdown. No mistakes, no gaffes. Jeff Wilson Jr., who is in for the injured Elijah Mitchell, had a solid game. Nothing flashy, but a hard 21 carries for 110 yards and 1 touchdown. George Kittle shined again, 6 receptions for 93 yards. Once again, just physically punishing and dominating the opponent, which is kind of funny because he talked about it in the postgame, how you get to see what people are really made of when you're the more physical team, even if it's your offense that's the more physical and not the defense. Arden Key registered his 5th sack of the season, which was great. Arden Key had a great game yesterday. Nick Bosa with a timely sack and forced fumble that helped the Niners get the lead early on in the game. This was a game where the 49ers, their secondary is definitely their weakest point, and I feel like their secondary is what could get them in the end. But the 49ers figured out a way to do better in all other areas to kind of soften the blow of what is kind of a situation right now that we have to keep watch of. The pass rush was pretty active. They definitely made it hard for Matt Ryan to really do much. The Falcons did get their plays here and there, mainly on Ambry Thomas, who again struggled mightily in this game. The kid's got to get reps, but he's also got to figure out ways to make plays and get stops. So that's also something to look after. Niners special teams is something that I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Mitch Wisnowski is definitely struggling. Punts, punt distance, punt hang time, kickoffs, kickoff distance, kickoff hang time. Kyle didn't have much negative to say in the postgame other than that being one of those things. So Niners didn't commit many penalties in this game. They were pretty disciplined. If the 49ers are going to win out down the stretch and get into the playoffs, they got to keep playing complimentary ball. That's when they're at their best. I feel like when the Niners don't beat themselves, they have a great chance of winning, even with their deficiencies in the secondary and the injuries. When healthy, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, even Juwan Jennings shined yesterday. He doesn't get a lot of catches, but usually his catches mean something. He's more of a bigger-bodied, slower version of Kendrick Bourne, who, as we know, always came up with the big catches. So that's really the recap for the game. The Niners win a game 31-13, but it was a lot closer than a lot of people think. The defense came up with 3 huge defensive stops, 3 goal line stands. You can't really ask for much more. The Niners have a short week. They go into Tennessee, but Tennessee could be down their core of players that the Niners would have had to worry about. Looks like Julio might not play in It looks like A.J. Brown might not play, and it also looks like, of course, we all know about the running back, Derrick Henry, who I don't think is back yet. So the Niners have all the built-in excuses to win. Hopefully they can figure out a way to do so on a short week and not really get anybody hurt. But until then, guys, I am going to sign out. Thank you for anybody who's clicked on my videos, knowing my current situation and how I won't be doing a lot of live streams. So thanks for clicking on the video and supporting me. If you like what you hear, drop a like or a subscribe on the video. And until then, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye, everyone. Take care.